Oh, that's good. Oh, I needed that. All right, hello everyone. Eric Marks, findingmiddle-earth.com, and today we're going to talk about filters for landscape photography. So this is something odd for me to talk about because I swore to myself years ago that I had given up completely on filters. That's when I started bracketing a long time ago. And I started bracketing and blending my exposures, and I never looked back. And I've tried a lot of different filter companies, almost all of them out there. And I'm not going to name any of them specifically, but it was always just too much of a hassle to then have to go back into post-production and fix all of the weird color cast issues. Because a lot of the filters that I was using in some of the big companies out there on my really long exposures, unfortunately it wasn't just as simple as cranking the Kelvin white balance left and right to fix the issue. It was actually having some pretty bad effects as far as image quality and color cast. And this was years ago, so I'm sure a lot of companies have gotten better. And so I guess about 3 or 4 months ago, I started just kind of delving into them again. I started wanting filters again to make my job easier in the field. So I started doing some research. Of course, I have friends that are landscape photographers that use them, so I asked what they used. One of my buddies uses this brand and that brand, and so I tried a lot of them, and I settled on one that is just the absolute best I've ever used. They're the most neutral filters I've ever used. And one of my buddies uses them, and I said, okay, I have to contact this company and let them know my story, that I have tried filters for years and years, and these are the absolute best. They don't degrade image quality, they don't give a color cast, and they're fantastic. They're just easy to use. So that company, I'm sure you're wondering by now, is formatt-hitech, specifically the Firecrest line of filters, okay? So I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee real quick. The Firecrest line of filters, which is this stack of stuff here. It's kind of like a Firecrest Christmas party at my house today. I got a ton of them in, and I'll go over them real quick, and I'll tell you why I ordered these and how I'm going to use them in the field. And a lot of you are probably wondering if I'm going to stop bracketing, so we'll talk about that a little bit too. Okay, so let's just first give you a rundown on everything I have. So I ordered the Firecrest 100mm filter holder kit, okay? And it comes with this nice formatt-hitech little bag here. And that comes with the holder kit, which is this guy here, okay? Simple stuff. And what's nice is this little rubber casing actually comes apart, and then you actually have the filter holder inside of this. But the reason why this rubber casing goes over this is for a couple reasons. So number one, it actually helps block the light if you're using ND filters. You can completely block this in so that no light leaks in behind the filters, because that is an issue that I've had in the past with other filter companies. The other reason, which is an absolute brilliant reason, is this little wheel right here. I don't know how well you can see this, but this little wheel, once you click in the circular polarizer that comes in this kit, this wheel controls the circular polarizer. It rotates it back and forth so that you don't actually have to tilt and twist the entire filter holder kit like you do with so many other, I think all other filter brands. I'm not sure any other filter company has this little mechanism yet. It's really cool because when I did use other filter brands, if I had a polarizing filter, I would always have to twist the whole filter holder until I got where I wanted, and then I would put the Grad filter in. So with this, you can just roll this little wheel and the circular polarizer will do its thing on the inside. So that's the second thing that comes with this. Let me get it out of here without touching the glass. This is the formatt-hitech ultra slim circular polarizer. So I have a step-up ring on here to fit the 10-24 lens on my Fuji kit. But if you can imagine this without the step-up ring on the back, it is literally just this little piece of glass here. It's so slim. They call it the ultra slim model. And the reason why this is so fantastic for me is because I've actually used this so far shooting directly into the sun, and it doesn't increase the amount of sun flare that you get. So that's awesome because it's so close to the glass. The reason why they made it so slim is because it's actually closer to the lens. So if you can imagine this sitting on your lens, this basically just clicks into the back of here, and then you have this wheel over here that rotates it for you. So there's the holder kit with the polarizer. I'll go ahead and stick that back in here so I don't get fingerprints all over it. I haven't used filters in a while, so always have to remember the best way to take care of them with my finger oils and all that stuff. Okay, so that's that, and that's the 82 millimeter ultra slim circular polarizer, okay? This is the exact same thing. This is another 82 millimeter circular polarizer. Why do I have two of the exact same polarizer? Again, I have always wanted to have convenience out of filters, and filters are kind of an inconvenience to begin with, but the Firecrest filters are so good that it's worth dealing with it, some extra gear in the field. So this made it convenient for me. I just got another polarizer so that I don't have to worry about changing the little step-up adapter rings. I just use this circular polarizer in here with the step-up ring for my 10 to 24, and then I use this for all the 77 millimeter glass I have, which is pretty much all of my Nikon glass, and then of course my 16 to 55 lens for the Fuji kit. So that way this is kind of stays at 82 millimeters with a 77 millimeter adapter ring on it, and then this one stays with the peculiar little adapter ring that fits my 10 to 24 Fuji. So that way, two polarizers, I don't have to swap adapter rings all the time, I just have it taken care of for me. Okay, next, let me read the back here to see which one this one is. So this is a 100 by 100 millimeter 13 stop ND filter for Firecrest. I plan on getting the 16 stop as well, just so that I have a crazy one if I need it. And what's nice is you can stack these. So I also have in here, let me show you this. I have a 100 by 100 millimeter 10 stop. So I have a 13 stop ND filter and a 10 stop. So if I wanted to, I could stack these, and that would be 23 stops of light blocking. That would be like an insanely long exposure, especially if it's golden hour and you wanted some crazy movement in the clouds. So the reason why I got two of them is because I might want to go 13 stops in the middle of the day to increase my exposure. And if I'm in a different lighting scenario, 10 will be just fine. Because right now, I always have a tiny little screw-on 9-stop filter that comes in handy sometimes. So I wanted a 10-stop and a 13-stop. And then if I'm at like a really busy location doing like a cityscape shoot and I want to get rid of all the people, I'll probably just stack these for 23 stops, and that will just pretty much erase all the people walking through the scene. They'll just become a big motion blur. So I have those. And then I have two Grad filters. All right, this one is a 2-stop soft Grad, and this one is a 3-stop soft Grad. All right, and this is just a box for the holder kit, so that's not important. And I took one of the filters. This is the 2-stop soft Grad out of the box here, so I can show you what it looks like if you're new to filters. All right, if I can do this without breaking the package. And so remember, these are really nice glass filters, so you want to be careful and not touch the glass as much as possible. At least you can, of course, you can always clean them, but that's what it looks like. So it's the Grad filter is a very soft transition from basically harsh black to a soft, it's almost like a gradient filter, right? So it's just a gradient from black to neutral glass, so that way you can get your skies or your top portions of your image held back on the exposure, and then it gradually gets softer into a neutral glass. And again, these are the most neutral filters I've ever shot through. I've not experienced any color cast issues at all, and I've shot in some really funky lighting with these. So my next video on these specifically, I'll make sure I do some in the field videos so you can see how I use them in the field, and you can see how they look on the Fuji camera if you want to, see the size of the glass compared to the Fuji kit. Okay, so I know this is a super awkward place to stop the video, but I'm going to finish it talking right here because for some reason my Nikon D810 decided to stop recording at 9 minutes and 31 seconds. I feel really professional right now. Probably something stupid that I did on the camera. I have no clue. I'll figure it out later, but I'm going to finish the video here. So long story short, I love formatt-hitech, the Firecrest line. For the past few months, like I said, I've been trying tons of different filters. Luckily, I have friends that own different brands, and I settled on the formatt-hitech stuff. And every time I find a product that I just really, really love and believe in, I like to reach out to the company and let them know about it. And so I reached out to this company and told them my story with, how I hated filters and I had to find the right kit for me. And I told them that I loved them. And so, of course, I always like to try to let my reviews and my relationships with companies benefit you guys as well. So they gave me a coupon code to save you guys some money. So if you guys do want to buy any of the formatt-hitech stuff, it can be their regular stuff or their Firecrest line. It doesn't matter. Just use my coupon code EMARKS10 and it'll save you 10% on anything in their store. So yeah, and I think I get a commission or some kind of kickback for that. So I just want to put that out there. Okay, I'm not trying to hide anything. You can save some money there, and then it helps support my channel as well. So it's a win-win situation. But however, I'm not a pushy car salesman. If you like other brands of filters and you already have a filter kit, by all means, if you're happy with the stuff that you use, then use that. I found that I love the formatt-hitech stuff. It's a very intuitive working kit. I like the way the filter holder works. It's very easy to use and simple to set up. I like the really tiny, the super slim circular polarizer. It's all really good stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video so you guys know about filters, because I get asked about landscape filters all the time. Everyone always asks me, what's the best filters to use with the Fuji cameras and with landscape photography? And I'm always like, I don't know. I haven't used them in so many years. So yeah, I wanted to get back into researching them, and I really found that formatt-hitech is the way to go for me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Of course, if you have any questions about the filters or further questions about how they work on Fuji cameras, again, I'll be doing some videos in the field coming up so you can see how it looks on the Fuji camera and how how the images turn out. Of course, I'll let you guys download the raw files right out of the camera so you can see the color cast for yourself, that there is none. And I'll do some really long exposures so you can just look at the files and everything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you would like to stay up to date on all of my photography videos and free tutorials, please consider subscribing by clicking on my face. And if you would like to find out more about me and how to improve your photography, visit my website at findingmiddleearth.com.